What's good, YouTube? Mr. Milkshakes here, bringing you another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Today I have a OU battle coming up against my good friend Christy, and it was a very good battle, very close. She had a Klefki on her team, which I don't really have much experience with Klefki because it's so annoying to use. So I was expecting it to lead, so I decided I'd lead with my T-Tar and get up some stealth rocks, and I think I like move the screen around soon, so just don't pay attention to that. She goes for Magnet Rise. I don't have Earthquake on this thing, so I wasn't going for that. I was just going in to get my stealth rocks up, and then I was going to switch out because honestly, what could this thing do to me besides a player up? But still, it probably wouldn't have done much. So I decided to bring in Tornadus, and I brought in Tornadus because I wanted to bluff the Heat Wave, but I don't carry Heat Wave on this Tornadus. As well as I also have knockoff. So if she wanted to switch out, or even not, I just knock off the thing's item and then hit it with a couple of focus blasts because I know focus blasts would do a decent amount of damage. So she doesn't switch out, thinking, well, he's probably gonna either. Sorry, I just touched my mic right there. He's probably gonna go for a knockoff or something. So I went for knockoff and knocked off the leftovers, and it goes for Thunder Wave. So I just decided, like I said, to start going for some focus blasts. And I'm actually getting really lucky with breaking through paralysis and two hitting them because it's really focus miss, not focus blast. So I believe that's the third layer of spikes being set up right now, and I go for my second focus blast. I'm able to hit it, and from that damage, I know that another one will take it out. But I can see wanting to keep this prankster thunder waving thing around, so I predicted her to switch the Klefki out, and I went for knockoff. It brings in Garchomp, so I'm thinking, well, I'm going to take a rough skin damage. So I go for the knockoff, and I break through paralysis again. A knockoff doesn't do too much. I'm thinking, okay, it's defensive Garchomp. Take rough skin and Rocky Helmet. And by that damage, I do want to switch out and let Regenerator give me my health back. I'm expecting this thing to go for Stealth Rocks. So I decided to bring in my own T-Tar. And the reason I brought in T-Tar is because my T-Tar packs Ice Beam. I have Ice Beam on here for Garchomps themselves and for Gliscors because it's really popular. Both of them are popular moms in OU. So they stay and go for Stealth Rocks. And I go for Ice Beam. And I just barely missed taking it out, which made me really mad. But she misses the Dragon Tail and the Sandstorm's gone. So knowing that her Garchomp's going to die, she just goes for a last-ditch effort to Toxic. And I make kind of a questionable play. I go for Pursuit, just in case she wanted to switch out. But then again, I'm thinking, well, I have Rocks up. It was going to die to Rocks on re-entry. Why switch out? But then again, it wasn't too bad of a play. So now, at this time, I really don't need Tyranitar for anything else. I just wanted it to get an Ice Beam off on that Garchomp. And they bring in Manaphy. And I know what Manaphy likes to do, especially Christy. Christy's used this Manaphy against me once before, and it likes to Tail Glow, it likes to set up Rain, so I'm not going to switch out and give it a free Tail Glow. I'm just going to go for Stone Edge to get as much damage off on this thing as possible. And I know she didn't set up Rain, so I'm thinking, well, I'm going to go down to a Surf, or she can do, like, there's some mind games here. Is she going to predict me to switch out and go for Rain Dance? Or should I keep this around for the Sand? I don't know. So I decided to just let Drax go. I let Drax go down. I went for a Stone Edge again. And now looking at this thing's health, it's about a little bit over half. It's +3. I know that my Alakazam can outspeed it. And I have Energy Ball on it. So Alakazam, hopefully, and Alakazam does kill Manaphy. I texted her, like, it's not Valentine's Day today. Because last time the thing set up on me and it was really scary. So she brings in her Sharpedo, and I know, like, it's a UU Mon. She swapped it out. I think she swapped it out for Weavile, which, I mean, it's fine. I had a Skarmory, and I know that she had nothing for the Skarmory. The Skarmory walled everything that she had. So I was trying to keep Skarmory around as long as possible. She actually does a double switch right there, but she switches into Latias, and Latias, like I said, can't touch my Starscream. And this is actually especially defensive Skarmory. So I know I'm going to eat this Draco up. So I decided I'm just going to set up some spikes and get residual, like just get some entry hazard damage on anything that wants to come in. The Draco hits, I eat it up. I have roost on this thing, so I'm not worried. I will be able to take another Draco or another like a Psy Shock, especially a Psy Shock. I eat up a Psy Shock. She sees how little that damage does, so she decides to switch out. I get another layer of spikes up. She goes. Why do I refer to my opponents as they when I know them? I know Christy. She's just barely. She's just hanging on. I should have Whirlwind right here. And fun fact, my Skarmory does have Whirlwind because my plan is to be a dick and just set up hazards and Whirlwind out. She goes for Thunder Wave on my Skarmory. I'm like, well, of course, I'm due for some para hacks. So I do get paralyzed. She goes for Play Rough. I know I'm gonna eat that up. She told me she was gonna sack Clef Key off anyway, just to get as much damage as damage either way. And my Rocky Helmet's gonna end up taking out the Clef Key, and I'm paralyzed again anyway. So I can't get my third layer of spikes up. So she brings in Sharpedo, and I do have natural physical bulk. I max HP, careful nature, but I have natural bulk. I'm pretty sure I can take one of these, and I'm able to. And it's Rocky Helmet, and it reveals the Life Orb. So I decide, luckily, to break through paralysis and get a roost off, finally. So knowing that I'm going to be able to take another waterfall, I went for Whirlwind, just because the speed boost was going to start catching up to me, and I don't want to get swept by a Sharpedo, even though I had Landorus in the back. So I went for Whirlwind, and I'm able to get this thing out of here. It's gonna die to entry hazards, or at least I think it will. So she brings in her Latias. So thinking right here, I want to get another roost off. Actually, no, I don't. I'm paralyzed, so I'm slower. She goes for Draco. I was actually hoping that the Draco wouldn't kill, so I get another roost off. But it does end up killing me. So, I mean, it's nice that this thing is now -2. It's not really as scary as it used to be. Skarmory goes down, but that's okay. All she has left is Ladia, Sharpedo, and Pinsir. And I'm assuming it's going to be a Mega Pinsir since her Sharpedo wasn't Mega. So I decided to bring in Derp. And I don't really use Mega Slowbro, but I figured today would be the day to try it out. So I Mega Evolve to my my weird ass looking thing that's being eaten by by its shell. And she goes for Healing Wish, and I did not see that coming. I was like, okay, she's going to pass it to the Sharpedo. I went for Calm Mind just because I thought she was going to switch out. But, I mean, hey, I still get a free Calm Mind off, I guess. So I go for Calm Mind. And this is the standard defensive Calm Minding set. So anything that, like, she wants to break, she brings in her Sharpedo. I'm expecting a Crunch to come in. And this is weird. I think it should work where you take the entry hazards damage first and then take the Healing Wish, because if that would have worked that way, then this thing wouldn't have been a problem. But it doesn't. Oh well. I'm just hoping I can take a Crunch. She goes for Crunch, and Slowbro barely holds on with 10 HP. I'm pretty sure that was a low roll, but I mean, Pokemon is Pokemon. All is fair in love and Pokemon is what she said. So I'm able to get the Scald off and take out the Sharpedo. Now the Pinsir's going to come in. And I'm thinking, well, it's not over yet. I have 4 Mon, she has 1 Mon. But this thing can get Moxie. So I'm not going to let it quick attack me and get its Moxie boost up. Instead, I'm going to switch out and go into Landorus, because Landorus does have Stone Edge on it. It's Choice Scarf Lando. But I want to get this Intimidate off, just so it's not as much of a threat, and I'm expecting the Quick Attack. Quick Attack comes through. It barely does anything to me. So she's gonna Mega Evolve, Mega Pinsir. It's a threat. That's all I gotta say. Pinsir can clean up. If you get like 1 Moxie off, Airly, Quick Attack, and I miss my Stone Edge. I'm like, oh fucking course I do. Goes for return, and right here I made a weird play. For some reason in my mind I'm like, Mega Pinsir has Moxie too. I'm not gonna let you get the Moxie boost. So I took out Lando. But then in the end, it kind of made sense to me. I was like, I want to get that double Intimidate off on this thing just to neutralize the threat. So I decided to it was either to sack off Slowbro or to slack off Tornadus. And it really didn't matter to me. I decided to go with Tornadus. So I decided to bring in Voodoo. I know a quick attack won't take me out, so I just went for the psychic, and it's GG. So like a very very good close battle. She texted me. She's like, "Oh my God, you're choking," and I was like, "No, I'm not choking. I know what I'm doing." I did make a questionable play with the Lando switch, but then again, I was like, either way, I can manipulate around that just to get the double intimidate off and just be able to clean up with any other mon. So yeah, other than that, that's what I have for you today. If you can leave a like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. Other than that, I'm done. So peace.